Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this season's most bizarre case. After questioning, Bertha had to let Barry go, praying Zoltan would find golden evidence. As Barry elegantly exited, Bertha had an idea and cautiously followed, only to bump into Zoltan, just back from his field study. Spotting Barry leaving, Zoltan yelled from afar, "Catch him." Looks like he found the truth. Upon hearing the news, Barry panicked like a groundhog and rushed to flee. Bertha and Zoltan chased after him as if racing for a parcel after a short sprint. Barry reached the cliff edge, realized no escape, and jumped, only to find a clear river below. Jumping off the cliff didn't make Barry disappear. Zoltan quickly shed his clothes, dove in, and found unconscious Barry at the riverbed. Truly a hero saves the day moment. Back at the precinct, facing interrogation, Barry confessed eagerly as if untruth serum, admitting crimes including the 7-year-old case. It turned out Barry was the real culprit behind that case. And as for why Axel took the blame, it was just because Axel was madly in love with that poor woman who fell victim to Barry's knife skills. He felt so guilty that he chose to confess. Originally, he had planned to use a poisoned peach to express his feelings and offer, but goodness prevailed. Instead, he cleaned those peaches, placed the poisoned peach on the windowsill, starting heartfelt misunderstanding. Next day, bad news arrived. Upon hearing the news, Axel panicked, thinking he must not have cleaned the peaches correct and unwittingly done his beloved harm. Even after the police confirmed it with someone else, he was completely out of it. Axel readily confessed on the spot, believing it was divine retribution. What a sad sack. 7 years later, Barry reappeared, and a fully awake Axel now wanted to clear his name. Part of Barry's special preference, leading to bizarre tales. Apparently, Barry harbored a dark secret. The victim 7 years ago had accidentally caused his rebirth. After that, he became a twisted killer who needed to hurt women to regain his manhood. What kind of reason is that? For his selfish interests, he dared to trample on others' lives, utterly unreasonable. In the end, Barry paid the ultimate price for his deeds. Fate sure has a sense of humor. As for why Axel didn't clear his name, it was because the prosecutor made him a scapegoat for his own gain. Even years later, when the prosecutor learned the truth, he still didn't want the super squad to confirm it. That's why he initially blocked Zoltan from investigating. Justice keepers don't back down. At the end, the prosecutor used high ground tactics to meet Zoltan in a tragic accident, bringing the film to a satisfying close. This film was truly a peak of mind-bending creativity. A mere 37 minutes with 42 twists, meaning one twist every minute. Your brain will be questioning life. The ending is perfect. Who'd have guessed? Like a full-score masterpiece. Without further ado, let's dive into the super story this movie tells. The story starts as William plans to meet his future father-in-law, unaware the castle's bustling. But upon William's arrival, his girlfriend Emily drops the bombshell that she'll be 45 minutes late. What a fast magic trick. Poor William. Now he's got to juggle father-in-law crisis while potentially facing a gangster overlord. Just then, a booming voice asks William if he's Emily's boyfriend. Little did he know, it was indeed his future father-in-law. After confirming his identity, the father-in-law asked him in, then had the butler pat him down. After some pat-down gymnastics, the butler had William put on worker's garb. What kind of secret job is this? Turns out he was testing if William fit for the family drama, and the first test was. The father-in-law asked first. Boom, plot twist. He wasn't Williams. He was just a minion. The real father-in-law had been lurking in another room. As soon as they met, the father-in-law ordered the butler to take care of William because he hadn't passed the first test. Turns out the moment William stepped into the room, the test began. So, the father wanted to see if William would be distracted by that lovely maid. And the result was clear. William totally checked her out, but when questioned, he emphatically denied it. The father could not accept a liar in the family, hence there was no way William would marry into the family. That's why he had him put on the worker's uniform. At the critical moment, William caught the father's competitive spirit and boldly declared, Meeting your father-in-law for the first time was like watching a movie, and that completely flipped the script. William's move piqued the father-in-law's interest, and he wanted to give him a shot. The father-in-law wanted William to lose gracefully, stay tuned for the next act. And for round 2, the father-in-law would test whether William's worthy of the real man label. William was taken to the basement, but what he found next was a man tied to a chair, covered in blood, and a captivating painting caught his eye. Before he could think too much, the father-in-law revealed the guy tied up as Marco.